Hey, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Quarbit, and I'll be your host today for Europa Universalis 4. Welcome back to episode 9 of our third Rome campaign as Bulgaria in Ante Bellum, where last episode we did a little bit of an excursion into Anatolia here, reconquesting our vassals' cores and then some. I believe we also had a small war over here, I don't exactly remember, I think it was against Nagusa, so that would make sense why we have these cores and a bit of separatism, which these guys are here to deal with. Today will probably be the fated war against Venice, as well as finishing up this war just over here. Didn't even know I had these guys right here, actually. But those separatists will either move into here or here. Now, if they move into this region, I want to be prepared, but separatists generally will move into forts. We're going to find out, though. Chernigov, do you have no ruler? No, you have a ruler and an heir, so don't see why I would care that much. Now, what I need a lot of right now is basically manpower. I don't make that much money each month. But conveniently, you know, we do have a lot of military power and nothing to use it on, so I think deving for manpower at this rate would be just fine to go ahead and do. Now, let's see here. What would be a good option? Obviously, I do need to dev certain provinces, which would happen to be Nikopol over here. Needs to get a little bit more dev. Conveniently, they're behind the most, technically, but behind the most on manpower, so I can actually just spam up a bunch of manpower for them over there. And that gets them to, pretty close. Actually, that should be... Oh, that's the exact number. Never mind, we're good. So all I need to do is drop a church, a workshop, and a marketplace in there, and that should be good enough. Right now we have a church, a workshop, all I need is a marketplace, so I think I'm just going to drop that down right there. And that'll get that mission tree started. Yeah, nothing to wait on, I may as well just do it immediately, as soon as possible. Now you went somewhere I didn't expect you to go. I didn't predict that. I thought you would go down here for sure. That's not even a fort. Now I'm just confused. I guess because that's not Bosnian culture down here, so he basically had two options to go to. Yeah, that makes more sense. Okay, now this guy, I think I was going to full annex. I don't remember anything about maybe vassalizing because his cores are garbage, his ideas likewise. So, we're just going to grab his land here. Next up, we could wait a little bit for Venice. I do want to get a little more manpower, fill out the foursome a little bit, and prepare for Venice, actually. Which will require a little bit more than just immediately declaring on them. Or, I could throw out that entire idea and attack Croatia, which I'm feeling more inclined to do because I am an absolute warmonger, so let's go ahead and do that. I'll go for Bosna over here, because I have the claim on it, and let's get started. Now Carniola is also going to be over here, and I'll have to siege him at some point. But as for right now, Croatia is not going to have a very good time. I also want to make sure I can declare on you, but that's going to be in 5 years or so. Okay. Now I'm pretty certain he's going to walk onto here. He might not, though, actually. He has about 3 different options to walk onto. I'm going to sit here, and I'm going to see which one it is. Because if it's one of these cores, I'm going to need to stop him, obviously. Lower Burgundy, you're not sieging that, though. So now you're going to Nagusa. Okay, you're just confusing me at this point, but that's fine. So I'm going to very quickly get rid of you. Alright. Let's try and slap this stack. The hills, Tech 7 versus Tech 7. 10,000 more men with the little bit of artillery on that. I think we should be okay. A 4-3-3 versus a 0. Oh, he has no points. Never mind. We'll be the one with the advantage. It looks like we're getting a crossing penalty, but in reality, he has just the worst general I've ever seen. So we're still getting a big bonus here. Alright, I can't stack wipe him, unfortunately. but I can do this. Spread these guys out just a little bit here. Let's keep these guys here. I actually don't want you to take that stupid pathing, so I'll just have you stand there. While all of these guys go ahead and tend to their sieges. Truce with Venice is up, that's great. I'm just going to build a spy network really quickly. And what would this war look like? You're allied with Siena, okay. Is that it? I thought it was one other nation as well, but I could be remembering wrong. Really? Verona. Why Verona? Trade League, that would make sense. Okay. Alright, that's fine. Trade League means I can get them out of the war independently, so yep, that's perfectly fine. No problems with that. Now that you have been... Well, actually, I'm going to have to wait until this marketplace is done, because that'll be the same timer as when I can turn off that edict and swap it back over. There we go. Expand this for institution spread, local construction, local development, and that's fine. Now I'm starting to wonder if I was going to spend my mill on something. Really awkward if I was supposed to, but I don't see any ideas, I don't see any tech. I think I really was only going to spend it on one thing, so kind of glad I did. No institutions. I just feel like, why was I hoarding that much mill, right? That's a weird thing to do, usually. I don't remember what that was for, if it was for anything. If it isn't, then I'm just paranoid, which is nothing out of the ordinary these days. So, no truce with you, but that's because you were a bad ally. So I swapped you out. And while I'm here, I think I'll get a spy network on Verona and maybe Siena, though I do have confidence in Florence being able to siege that. Speaking of sieges, I do want to consecrate Metropolitan, yes, but also that siege is 38%. I guess it's time to become the bastion of the Balkans again. To make that 63%. Basically unsiegeable. Well, for early game AI. Let's send you guys over to here. We took Zagreb, which is great. I just want your capital real quick, which is going to take a very, very long time. So instead, can I siege anything else? Hardly, but yes. Okay. Send these guys over to here. At least they're not sieging my cores, right? It could always be worse. Do I have another general? I hope so. I do. Yes, I have 3 generals. Great. Okay. So, I could get some free admin. 15 government reform. That could actually be useful. As time goes on, that's going to be harder and harder to manage. So I might want that 15. What does that give us? Next tier. Well, I get to choose my military specialization, which is interesting. We might just go with the conscription, I'm feeling like. Well, I mean, that professional army's good. Roaring cannons is also very good for siegeability. But I don't think that's something that's very important right now. There are 8 reforms. We're not doing a massive world conquest. We can probably unlock these on time without this. So, I'll probably go with that admin because I want to push through religious ideas. Speaking of admin, though, I actually want to give this guy religious state. So I can get some more admin. Because I'm making a decent amount, but decent doesn't mean as much as I can, so... Also, this is a quick siege? No, I thought it was. I don't know why. Anyway, he's going to siege that, maybe, or he's going to try and attach to me even though it's too late. We'll try and stack wipe this. He has a little bit of cavalry, but... what's cavalry going to do, really? Loses stability, a little bit of money, or some diplo. I guess money it is, because boy do I want to spend, or not want to spend anything else. Yeah, I don't want to spend that diplo, or that stability, so... rest in peace, my economy. Anything else I can swap over? Yes, you need to go to increased enlistment. Basically, everything needs to go on increased enlistment. Because I could really use that manpower each month. And what do I want to take from this war? That's something I haven't really considered yet. So I was thinking these provinces would allow me to sort of bypass Venice, essentially. And if I can, these two, but I think this is more of an issue because it is HRE land. So I'm probably not going to take that. I'll probably just take something like this, like the coastline here, which is a little bit of AE, but it's nothing too bad. Zagreb would be not a terrible idea. I'll probably end up taking the rest of my claims, though, because that'll just save me on admin. And it'll save my Diplo as well, just a little bit of it. So I think I'll take this, take some money, war reps, you know, just enough to pay back what I spent on this war. And of course I'll have to do the same with this guy over here. Now I definitely want to keep spamming up my patriarchal influence, my authority that is. Anything else I can consecrate? No, it doesn't look like it. Once I grab this land over here and grab Greek as an accepted culture, then that'll be some nice consecrations. But for right now, we just sit here and we wait. Or we could sit here and attack. Two options. Because he has a couple of ships, but not many. There we go. Alright, yeah, this is going to take a little while. Influence has expired. I don't actually need that influence, so we're good. He really likes me now, which is great. What's your liberty desire? 0? I don't have very good missionary strength. Once I do, I'll convert you, so that I can start actually converting your provinces. If I swap his religion now, he's just going to get angry and I can't convert anything, and he's going to get rebels, so I'm sort of seeing a couple of negatives on that front. I'll probably just wait. That'll make things easier for me. There we go. Send you there. That is woods. I don't really need a double stack, but I will anyway. There we go. Somehow this dude survived even without a stack wipe. Kind of weird, but okay. So, I'll siege down the rest, unless I'm at 99% already, which I'm not, but I'm close. Let's see. I mean, I'm at max prestige. There's not much I can do here. Force religion would be a good meme, but I can't do it, unfortunately. I'll get rid of your alliances, though, just to mess with you, and all your money, all your war reps, get rid of your claims in my country. And we'll leave you be. As for Croatia, I think it'll be this exact peace deal. A slight problem here with the aggressive expansion, as it will include Styria. But I think, yeah, Styria we can improve relationships with, or we can improve their opinion of us. It's not the end of the world if I decide to take, you know, a little bit of land. Also, speaking of taking land, didn't expect this today, but Sicily just got slapped. So that's interesting. Let me go and get rid of that embargo. Who else can I rival instead? Probably going to be the Nizarids. Finally, once and for all. After so long of just trying not to, you know, piss them off too much. They don't like me already, but if I rival him, then the other people that don't like me and he are going to team up together and be a massive nuisance. But I'll probably not have much of an option after this. How much AE is that? Or sorry, overextension. 83%'s not terrible. So, here it is. Probably going to be the Nizarids now. I can't attack Andalusia anytime soon. Francia is worthless. Why would I even try that? Same with Lotharingia. It's probably just going to be the Nizarids. Like, I'm the closest to them right at this moment, so, you know. Why not? Okay, now Venice. I wanted to call in Florence, and again, same thing with the manpower and the money. I'll drop all of these, they'll sit here. And if I really feel so inclined, I might just slacken, actually. I do need to do that. Did I need to do that? I didn't. I don't know why I did that. Kostendil could use production, I guess. Kostendil, where is that? Right here? Production and... oh, but it's not great. If I want a production base of 4, if I exploit this, then that's going to be 3. I won't be able to push that to 4 because it can't be more than twice, or can't be more than the other 2 combined, so I actually have to just push that twice. That kind of sucks. Okay. Alright then. So, I'll have to swap this off eventually, but just not right now. Let's try and make a little bit of money. 7 ducats a month. It's not the worst economy in the world. Let's see, how are we doing actually? Not great, not as good as Venice, which is probably the more worrying part, because Venice could probably kill me. Which is why I need the manpower to tick back up, slowly but surely. Which is why I need you on manpower, I need you on manpower, I need basically everything on manpower. Yeah, basically. There we go. Now I'm surprised we don't actually get any missions for taking over Bosnia or any of this area. Which is kind of weird. I don't know why. Our claims really only push us into Hungary and this area over here, sort of Crimea and stuff. Would have expected maybe a little more, but... well, we also get Greece, that's fine. But for a nation that's trying to reform Rome, I mean... yeah. I don't know. It is what it is, I guess. So, Venice. Let me grab... I already have all the perma-claims I want, except for Athens. I do want to claim on Athens. And Verona over here is just for the spy network. I should also probably improve relations with 1. Well, Styria actually kind of likes me. So just 2 on Outraged. We'll save a little bit of manpower. Let that tick up. I hope Venice doesn't get as much manpower as I do. We can check that actually very easily. If we go into our ledger and we go to our countries, max manpower. Here we have myself, 386 a month. And if we go down to Venice, which I'm assuming isn't that far off. Wow, they get half of mine. Never mind. We can fight a war much better than they can. Yeah, significantly better. Alright. Also, I want to grab adaptive terrain, maybe? Is there a lot of farmlands here? No, it's all just like hills and stuff. Well, if nothing else, I might go with transfer subject, which also lets me get claims bordering claims. Don't know if I'll find that useful or anything, but if I get claims on stuff like in Crimea, and then I can get claims on Circassia and stuff, so it might be worth something. Still not exactly sure what, but we'll figure it out probably. Alright, I feel pretty confident now going into a war against Venice. Now that everything's cored, making some decent money, spy network increase for sure. There we go. All those cores are getting done. Should probably also try and deal with these rebels. Just a little bit, let's see here. And as for my ships, well, we're not going to be beating the Venetian navy, that's for damn sure. So we'll actually have these guys hide in port over here. And let's turn up our forts. So, the war against Venice. Oh, wow. Something's changed around here a lot. Now they have Lombardy in here, which is, wow, a lot more awkward, actually. See, Lombardy's pretty strong. Like, really quite strong. They're only at a... they're actually kind of not willing to fight it, though. If I ally them right now, and I remove this, I'll break the alliance later, don't worry about that. But just, you know, as a diplomatic ploy to keep them from joining... Really? Wait, you're still not? Just a second. That makes no sense. Attitude towards enemy, Venetian Diplo reputation. Can't I get this to anything higher? Should be plus 20 that I can get it to. Maybe it takes a month tick. That could be possible. No? Well, now I'm just confused. Maybe I have to actually improve relations with them. Huh. Well, we'll see, because the Venetian Diplo rep is really bad right now, which is good. I need to bring their attitude of me to 20. Minus 20 reasons that they have 0 reasons to join, and therefore probably won't join, but possibly still can, depending on how long they wait. Possible, but not, you know, super likely. I'll keep ourselves at half maintenance, and I'll leave the border forts maintained, but I don't want to, you know, waste all my money on this. Really, only minus 16. I can't get any lower than that. Would have thought maybe. Well, in the meantime, we're still making money in manpower, so I'm not too upset about it. And just in case, I'll build a spy network. They won't know for a while, so... Anytime now. Still at 4. And my Diplo rep doesn't change that, unfortunately. There we go, Croatian rebels, these guys can take care of that. I can pick up this next religious, which might be a good idea for that national unrest. And I'll just go through religious until I grab the missionary strength, at least. Now, I don't want to royal marry you if I'm going to go to war with you. There's no point in that. Well, this is just awkward then, isn't it? And my heir's a zealot, that's great. It's also, never mind, I thought that was on fire, but I guess it was just a shadow. Really, you don't feel like maybe changing that opinion to 20 or something? Maybe it has to be... Oh, there's the timer. I'm thinking maybe their opinion has to be at 100 for that to fire, but I'm just really confused at this point. So I'm pretty sure that attitude towards enemies can get to minus 20. I mean, alright. If it doesn't work out, we can always go to war with Moldavia or something, but I'm not seeing another chance where we'll easily be able to declare on Venice and they're not protected by a whole bunch of nations all at once. Like, it doesn't seem like that's gonna happen, so... I'll let it tick to 100 and I'll see if that changes things. No, it really doesn't. Okay, that's weird. I'll have to look into that. I thought it was up to minus 20, but I guess not. Okay. Well, off to Moldavia we go then. No worries, I just don't think I can fight both Lombardy and Venice because they're roughly equivalent in strength. I'd say Lombardy's actually stronger. Probably higher in dev too. All things considered, so yeah, that would be... well, quite a difficult challenge. If this ever does change, though, then of course I'll go and take advantage of it, but... yeah, it's kind of weird. I don't know what's up with that. Anyways, I have a bunch of buildings I can be building, so... what is it? I need to build... a dock and a shipyard. Those two things specifically. So a dock needs to be built in here. And a shipyard as well. I can also improve this to a level 2 trade center. And anything else, maybe? No. Well, if I ever core that, then yeah. Probably should core that, just for that reason. Get more trade out of our capital node here. Ooh, second reform in the Empire. I'm finding that these reforms are going by rather quickly compared to vanilla. Not like base release 1.30 quickly, but like still faster. Like this is 2 reforms before the 1500s. Actually, that's kind of standard. Usually the HRE falls apart after the Reformation, so that's nothing too out of the ordinary, I guess. Yeah, I'm just a little confused. I mean, if I can't get him to betray Venice, then I can't really, you know, attack Venice, and that's okay. Now let's grab this military tech here. And I'll start off this war, but I probably won't be able to finish it. There you are. Easy stack wipe. Now, let's bring these guys over to here. I'm gonna leave 1, 2, 3, 4 over here. You guys are gonna come... Actually, let's do that the other way. There we go. This way he keeps his general, and we can move this guy down here. Okay, move these guys into here and here. And you into here. I actually don't want to maintain that diplomat if I can't use it effectively. Okay, yeah, so we got to minus 17. Theoretically, we can get to minus 20. But I'm wondering if that would take a royal marriage and, like, a whole bunch of stuff. And even at that point, by the time that's all done, Venice might somehow get their Diplo rep back, and I'd be stuck in a royal marriage for a long time. And I don't really like that idea. I could always break my lines with, like, Chernigov or something. They're not too particularly useful. I'm willing to gamble it. I actually am willing to gamble this. Sure, we'll go ahead with it. If it works out, then that's great. If it doesn't, then, well, I guess that's not great. But you know, there's a slight chance that if we do get this to minus 20, which I think is possible, then he'll be at 0 and he won't accept. You know, theoretically. Now let's bring these guys over to Imereti. And put all my eggs in one basket, I guess. I'm a little bit, you know, I'm sweating a little bit here, but I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure this will be okay. I have confidence. I don't really want to lose that manpower, but that is the exact equivalent of 1 slacken, I believe, right? No, it's actually less than a slacken. So I don't get devastation. And it's worth less than a slacken, although that manpower still hurts. It's not terrible, it's okay. How many ships does Venice have? Venetian Navy. It's always a bad question to ask, because you know it's going to be bigger than yours. Well, surprisingly, I might be able to beat the Venetian Navy. Yeah, I might be able to beat the Venetian Navy, unironically. Okay. That changes things a little bit. Not that much, but a little bit. Come on, let me in here. Ah, of course. Someone's gonna break their mill access, and I'm gonna go back and forth like it's a game of ping pong. Honestly. Okay, I can't phalanx you like that. Still wondering about Venice, but unfortunately we're kind of out of time for today. So even though I have, like, you know, I've been keeping my eye on them, I just don't think that's gonna happen today. Might just finish off Moldavia here, which will give me something, this one. That'll give me claims on Transylvania and stuff, which will be pretty useful. Let me conquer Transylvania, get some sweet army tradition and stuff. Yeah, this is some nice stuff to grab, but that's going to be probably a tomorrow thing, because we're out of time for today. So, thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the war with Croatia and sort of tedious plotting against Venice, which may or may not work out. But for now, this is Quarbit signing off, and as always, have a fantastic day. I'd like to take a second to thank all of the patrons for the month of March, starting with the ones we have in the General tier: Quiet Guy, Brennan Arsenault, Ben Greenhagen, Torvald, Dire Avenger, and Farron. Those we have in the Prince tier: Snow Raven, Rockbox 2020, and Robert Colino. Those we have in the King tier, Chewy and Natsuki. In the Elector tier, we have TF Martis. And in the Conqueror of Worlds tier, we have The Watcher. Thank you guys so much for your pledges this month. It means a lot to me, and I truly cannot thank you guys enough.